Hi students, today I am going to deliver a lecture on classification of crude drugs. Topic of pharmacognosy, diploma in pharmacy first year. It's an interesting topic, an important topic also. So we start with the chapter classification of crude drugs. Actually, crude drugs are the natural products obtained from the plants, animals, or minerals. Majority of the crude drugs are derived from the plants, and a fewer number of drugs comes from the animal and mineral origin. In simpler terms, we can define the crude drugs that these are the natural products obtained from the plants, animals, or minerals origin and have undergone no other process than collection and drying. Crude drugs are of two types, or you can say it is classified as two types. Organized drugs, first is the organized drugs, and second is the unorganized drugs. If we talk about the organized drugs, they are also called as cellular drugs. That is, these drugs contain the cellular structure like leaves, fruits, barks, seeds, flowers, etc. Second is the unorganized drugs. Unorganized drugs means those drugs which do not contain the cellular structure. That is, these drugs are without the cellular structure. They contain the liquid or solid material which are obtained from the natural drug by adopting the extraction procedure, like gums, resins, dried juices, fats, etc. See, there are large number of crude drugs, so it becomes necessary to study them in a particular sequence of arrangement. In pharmacognosy, the drugs are classified as follows. First is the alphabetical classification. Second is taxonomical classification. Third is morphological classification. Fourth is pharmacological classification. Fifth is chemical classification. And the last, sixth, is chemotaxonomical classification. These are the 6 types of classification in which the crude drugs are classified. And you see that all the 6 classification has its own limitation. Every classification has its own limitation because no classification provides the full profile of the natural drugs. Therefore, every classification has its own limitation. So first we start with the alphabetical classification. In this classification, the drugs are classified on the basis of the alphabet of the English name or the Latin name. This classification is used or adopted in the various pharmacopoeias, dictionaries and references. For example, like Indian Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmacopoeia, British Pharmaceutical Codex, European Pharmacopoeias, Extra Pharmacopoeias, United States Pharmacopoeia and National Formulary. So these are the certain examples of pharmacopoeias in which the crude drugs are classified on the basis of the alphabetical classification. So major disadvantage of this classification is that it is unable in distinguishing the drugs of plant, animal or mineral origin. This is the major disadvantage. Second classification is the taxonomical classification. It is also called as biological classification. In this classification, the drugs are classified according to the plants or animals from which they are obtained in phyla, order, family, genera, species, etc. This classification is based on the principle of natural relationship or phylogenetic similarity of the plants or minerals. If we take the example of fennel, then its taxonomical classification is like that. Division, Angiospermae. Class, Dicotyledons. Order, Umbelliflorae. Family, Umbelliferae. Genus, Phoeniculum. Species, Phoeniculum vulgare. Another example, if we take like Belladonna, then its division is Angiospermae. Class, Dicotyledons. Order, Tubiflorae. Family, Solanaceae. Genus, Atropa, and species is Atropa belladonna. So the main limitations, or you can say the disadvantage of this classification, is that this classification does not provide any information regarding the chemical nature of the drug. Also, it does not provide any information regarding the therapeutic activity of the drug. Moreover, it is also unable to distinguish between the organized or an unorganized drugs. Third classification is morphological classification. In this classification, the crude drugs are classified according to the part of the plant used as a drug and represented as organized drugs and unorganized drugs. Organized drugs are those which contain the cellular structure like leaves, flowers, bark, seeds, etc. If we talk about the leaves, suppose, then examples are like senna, datura, digitalis. Flowers, clove. Fruits, fennel, dill, like that. Seeds, Nux vomica seed, linseed, etc. Roots, ipecac, aconite, raw wolffia. Rhizomes, ginger, rhubarb, etc. Second is the unorganized drugs. That is, those do not contain the cellular structure. Like examples are like gums, like tragacanth, acacia. Resins and resin combinations are examples are colophony, jalap. Dried juices, aloe, keno. Dried latex, opium, papain. Fats, lard. So these were the certain examples. The major disadvantage of this classification, morphological classification, is that it does not provide any information regarding the chemical nature of the drug and the therapeutic activity of the drug. Now the fourth classification, pharmacological classification. Pharmacological classification is also called as therapeutical classification. In this classification, the drugs are classified on the basis of the pharmacological action produced by their chief constituent of the drug. So all those drugs which have same pharmacological action, regardless of their morphological status, taxonomical status, are grouped together. For example, like vinca, Taxus, podophyllum, they are anti-cancerous drugs because they exert the same pharmacological action. So major advantage of this classification is that even if the chemical constituents are unknown or more information is not available on the chemical constituents, then also they can be grouped according to their pharmacological actions. Examples are like that. First we take drugs acting on respiratory systems like expectorants. Drugs are licorice, balsam of Dole, antitussives, opium. Now drugs acting on GIT, gastrointestinal tract, like laxatives, isabgula, agar, purgatives, castor oil, cascara, carminatives, coriander, dill, fennel, emetics, ipecac. Then drugs acting on cardiovascular system, cardiotonic, digitalis, stropanthus, cardiac depressant, Cinchona, veratrum, antihypertensive, Rauwolfia. Then drugs acting on CNS, central nervous system, like CNS stimulants, coffee and tea, CNS depressant, Hyoscyamus, belladonna. Then drugs acting on ANS, autonomic nervous system. In this examples, adrenergics, their examples are ephedra, cholinergics, pilocarpus, anticholinergics, datura, belladonna, antirheumatics, guggul, aconite, antimalarials, Cinchona, artemisia, anticancers, Vinca, Texas podophyllum, astringent, black catechu, ashoka bark, anti-inflammatory, colchicum bark, colchicum seed. So these were the certain examples. So the major disadvantage of this classification is that the drugs having different pharmacological action are separately classified in more than one groups. For example, if we talk about the Cinchona is a well-known anti-malarial drug because it contains quinine. But it is also a cardiac depressant as it contains quinidine. So this is the major disadvantage, that drugs having different pharmacological action are classified into different groups. Next is chemical classification. Fifth, chemical classification. In this classification, the crude drugs are classified on the basis of the chemical nature of their chief constituents. The pharmacological action or therapeutic action is also due to the chemical constituent present in the drug. Therefore, much attention is paid on this classification. The chief constituents which are present in the crude drugs are like alkaloids, glycosides, tannins, resins, carbohydrates, volatile oils, hormones, etc. Now we'll take example of each. Suppose alkaloids, then Cinchona, Vinca, belladonna, opium, etc. Glycosides, aloe, senna, digitalis, mustard, etc. Tannins, amla, bahera, myrobalans. Resins, a resin combination, asafoetida, myrrh, colophony, balsam of Tolu. Carbohydrates, tragacanth, straculia gum, coir gum. Lipids, arachis oil, chol mogra oil, shark liver oil. Volatile oils, fennel, cardamom, dill, etc. Proteins, examples are collagen, yeast. Proteins, as I have told you, hormones, oxytocin, insulin. So these were the examples. And the last type of the classification is the sixth number, is the chemotaxonomical classification. Recently, much attention is paid on this subject by the phytochemists. The concept that plant can be classified on the basis of the chemical constituent is not a new one, and it has a practical value also. So when compared with the morphological characters, chemical constituents are easily definable and they are significantly more important for the classification purpose. So chemotaxonomy is based on the fact that there are certain compounds which are found to be keen in characterizing certain groups. Chemotaxonomy establishes the relationship between the position of the plant in taxonomy and the chemical nature of the drug. So the characters which are studied in the chemotaxonomic classification, or the characters which are studied in the chemotaxonomy, are secondary metabolites like alkaloids, glycosides, flavonoids, carbohydrates, terpenoids, waxes, etc. Therefore, the knowledge of chemotaxonomy could serve as the basis of the classification of crude drugs. Serotaxonomy, DNA hybridization, and amino acid sequencing techniques are also gaining importance in this method of classification. So, students, here we finish a lecture on the classification of crude drugs. Thank you. Take care.